Finally, we are here. It
It's
has
been like
been,
a week.
but in my brain, it's been a while. I've been trying to figure out how I wanted to do this and when I was going to do it and who I was going to do it with. But we here, very first. Okay, so I need your feedback on the name. So the
Okay.
name, I'm thinking of calling it either Tales from the Pond, or uh Stories from the Pond. Which one do you think? Sticking with my water theme and my fishing hole theme.
Wait, tails would be spelled like Tales.
Or I mean, or it could be ILS to keep playing off of the
Do fish have
fish theme.
tails?
No, I guess not. Yeah, no, those are their dorsal fins technically.
Um, so I like stories more, but I'm not entirely on board with the whole name. Like it's the better of the two,
hmm
but I feel like there's something better out there. Let me think about this. I'll get back to you.
Yeah, it's definitely it's nothing written in stone. It's just that was just what was in my head. I want to keep
Wait,
my nautical theme.
is fishtails like something already? I feel like I've heard that before.
It's
Fishtails.
definitely a movie already. It was like it came out around that time where uh everything was fish, Finding Nemo, Shark Tale, and then there was like a Fish Tales.
I've never seen Shark Tale or Jaws.
I have seen bits and pieces of Jaws. I've basically seen the whole movie of Jaws, but never the like actual movie, like from beginning to end. I've just seen chunks of it at a time, but never all concisely.
Okay,
But
we
Shark
should.
Tale is fire. Shark Tale used to be one of my favorite movies as a kid. We used to quote that in what, second grade? Was it second or fourth grade? I think it was second grade. That was back when Beyblades was first popping. Now they popping again for the new generation.
I don't even know what that is. I'm just nodding along.
Beyblades, Beyblades. You know what spinning tops are, right?
No. What? What are spinning tops?
Spinning tops. You know where you
Like
take
a
it.
like a dreidel?
Yeah, like a
Okay.
dreidel. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm not
they're
even
basically
Jewish. I don't know why
Beyblades.
that.
Beyblades are basically extreme dreidels or spinning tops. Like
Okay.
you supposed to like put them in the stadium. Two people have their Beyblades. They have a whole like launcher. You rip the launcher or whatever, and it spins, and they supposed to like collide, and it's supposed to be the first one, the last one spinning wins or whatever.
Okay.
And they came
Like
out with a whole like show for it, like when like Pokemon type of show to go with it. So as a kid, you was sitting there thinking like you was actually controlling it and stuff. It used to be lit. It used to be fun.
wait, but it's you said it's popping for the new generation? I haven't seen anything about it.
Yeah, apparently it's like I seen like a new breed of Beyblades on the shelves. I was like, they still doing Beyblades, and apparently like they be selling out, and they was like on the top, one of the top toy wish list things last Christmas.
Oh. Hmm.
Oh yeah, I don't know what age they for, but
They should make like a hybrid Beyblade fidget spinner. That might break the internet.
Beyblade. I'm sure there is somebody out there who made something like that. It just hasn't gone viral. That's all.
Also, I want to apologize again. I'm truly climbing up the ladder of delirium. Like I feel my eyes. I feel like my frontal lobe where all the logic is and rational decision, like that's like slowly separating from the rest of me. I can almost envision it like flying away from me right now. I'm starting to feel Lucy.
I mean, it makes perfect sense. You like in the stars right now. It's almost like you are floating through space or something.
Lost in the universe. Yeah, sometimes there might be something that comes out of my mouth that I'm in a fragile state right now. Please treat me kindly.
Hey, we just chilling in the pond. Just relaxing, passing the time by having nice conversation.
I could be I'm definitely that turtle from Finding Dory.
Oh, the righteous,
Or was it
righteous.
Finding Nemo? Were there
I
two?
haven't seen Finding Dory, so he might be in Finding Dory, but he was definitely in Finding Nemo.
Okay, yeah. Did you see that tweet, that viral tweet, from a couple days or weeks ago about like how turtles are always high?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because
and
they
like when they
eat
eat
jellyfish or
jellyfish.
whatever, and that's
Yeah.
why those ones in Finding Nemo acted like that. But see, I can never take those seriously because I'm like, people say anything on Twitter.
That's
Like,
true.
like they had that junk today or today and yesterday where they had the dress from Met Gala, and like one of the tweets said that it was like this real extravagant dress, and they said it was supposed to be Rihanna's, and that went viral. Then somebody else tweeted the exact same set of pictures in the exact same words, but instead of putting Rihanna, they said Taylor Swift, and that went viral. And then they just started putting Beyonce and all these other people. So it's like I can't believe nothing that's read on Twitter or on the internet.
No,
It's
I
just,
haven't seen that.
it's just
No, but actually, I don't know. I feel like I do get a lot of my news from Twitter, and I've been a lot better about it now, like checking to see if it's real. Like I always, if I see a tweet, even if it's like not that interesting, I always read the thread, and then there's usually links in the thread, which is good because you can see if like the news is coming from a reputable site. But then I usually also go above and beyond to Google it because you never know when somebody's gonna call you out, which has happened. Like I'll like say a fact that I like saw on Twitter, a fact, in quotes, and people will be like, "That's not true." I'm like, "Yes, it is." And they're like, "Where'd you see it?" I'm like, So
I will
that's
never
that.
I will never spit something I saw on Twitter as facts because every time I will believe like news, like headlines in that like from CNN or whatever. I'd be like, okay, this
No,
is news, but I'm
no,
never
you
taking
can't believe the
anything
news.
that somebody be like, oh yeah, this is 100% true. Da, 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 da. Did you know? Or today I just found out because people can say whatever they want because I've done it myself. Like I'm famous for like sprinkling a little bit of confidence in something and making something wild sound 100% factual.
No,
So
but I'm not even talking. Like I know exactly what you're talking about, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the news. Like you can't believe news, even if it's like from CNN on Twitter.
mhm.
You can't believe the news anytime. I mean, okay, sorry, that was
I mean,
not
no,
what I meant to say. You
that's
just
100% right.
like people will usually like link or like retweet something from like a news source's Twitter and then like have their own tweet with their commentary, and then I usually read the tweet and then like not read the actual article, so you got to
Mm-hmm.
read the article, or even if you read one article and it's like, what is this, like you have to make sure it's like not an opinion editorial, because I've been sucked into those before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be, I don't know if you had Twitter when this was going on, but since I'm old, I've had Twitter since its inception. And
When was this inception?
I want to say '08, 2010, something like that.
Okay, I was I
I
was
think 2010.
I was on Twitter since 2010, but I was a One Direction stan account.
Oh, One Direction Stan account. You was one of the Stan accounts before Stan accounts was even a thing. Oh my god.
Yeah, they called it something else back in the day, but it was really fun. It was a vibrant community. I found my place in it. But I
Okay.
definitely didn't see any, like I know Twitter is like a dark place, but like I know that back then there were even less rules than there are now.
Oh yeah.
But I definitely wasn't familiar with those, like what you're about to talk about, because I was all the way over in the One Direction side of things.
I was just gonna say it wasn't nothing crazy. It was just like there was a feature in Twitter where like now all you can do is retweet a tweet or quote tweet a tweet or whatever. But back in the day, you could retweet a tweet and edit that person's tweet. Like literally put your
I've
own
never
words
told
in it.
her too.
Yep, yeah, something like that. So back then you couldn't believe anything you read on Twitter unless somebody had their tweets like protected or whatever, because anybody could change whatever. So
Yeah, I've written multiple papers on this topic. I'll send them to you so you can read them.
on what? On just
Like,
changing Twitter?
kind of like objectivity in journalism, and journalism how journalism includes social, like how it's shifted over the years to now include social media, and like how Twitter is actually a platform. It's just like an analysis and like commentary on like the whole world of news
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there.
Twitter is the new newspaper. Nobody. First thing they do when they wake up is, check their local news anymore. They go straight to Twitter and look,
Yeah.
see what the trending topics are, and do it like that. Like whenever I hear anything crazy, I'm like, all right, let me see what Twitter talking about to see
Yeah,
what
no,
exactly what's going
exactly.
on.
I've been avoiding doing that though. I've been trying not to Twitter or news as of late. Just binging shows left and right.
What I've been doing, what I've been doing is like, especially Twitter lately, it's been like, I don't know if it's all of Twitter, just the people I follow, but it's just been so many like wannabe motivational tweets, and then there's people like complaining about men, and people complaining about women, and people complaining about all this other stuff, and I'm just like, I don't feel like listening to all this. What'd you say?
I just said females. I was thinking about the people who complain about women always say females.
Did I say females?
No.
Oh,
No, I was just sorry. Please continue your spiel.
no, I was just saying, like, because of that, I was just like, man, this is just so. I like was getting annoyed. I was like, why is nothing is this serious for y'all to just be putting out whole essays on Twitter so people can see? Like, I understand the cathartic nature of getting your thoughts and emotions out, but I'm like, I wouldn't. It's very rarely that I would do a whole thread about something unless it was like something that truly affected me. But a lot of these people is just like they just complain, or say a whole bunch of other stuff. And so I was like, I can't mess with it. So I've
Yeah,
been
I mean, I see the advantages of it and the agency that Twitter provides to like a lot of people who normally wouldn't have a platform. But I know exactly what you're saying. Like sometimes, like like every good thing has like a
has
limit.
somebody trying to spoil the bunch. I'm gonna open Twitter right now and just randomly see the first tweet I see and
Okay,
see
let
if
me do it
it's
too.
exactly like I just described. Hold on, let me refresh. Okay. Now this one I saw was actually funny. These are the tweets that I follow people for. This one, the first tweet I saw was French people be like, I'm jacking off instead of jacking off. I like that. That's funny. It's spelled like Jacques. That's funny.
I got one. It's like the emergency flashing lights. News, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says she recently got a Nintendo Switch and started her Animal Crossing island a couple days ago.
Oh my god.
Which is like what news is not like these days. Like
Exactly.
the moment that lady does something, it's like she's like taking out her trash and like all the headlines.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Like, what
AOC.
was it? Yesterday or the day before yesterday, it was like the mom with the stripper pole was getting a whole bunch of flack because she was letting her baby play on the stripper pole with
I
her or
saw
something
that.
like that. And
Yeah.
like apparently, well, again, this is Twitter news, so it could be true, could be false, but apparently they called somebody on Twitter, called Child Protective Services owner or something like that. And so people was arguing like, oh, the only reason why y'all sexualize it is because men sexualize it, and then it was women saying, no, that's just not right. Da, 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 da. I'm like, who cares, bro? Y'all getting all worked up about this mom and her daughter. She ain't hurting her. They laughing, joking, living their own life, and y'all got all worked up, called, potentially called agencies on her and stuff, writing think pieces, starting talking about misogyny and all this other stuff when she was just sharing a lovely time with her daughter, mother-daughter time. And it's just like people take stuff too
People just
serious.
always need to have an opinion.
Yeah, I'm just like, life would be so much easier if people would just let things just be without having to put a specific definition or opinion on it. Just let things exist, and be in their own reality. But
I know. And then what really aggravates me, like when I say something similar to what you just did, inevitably someone will be like, well, but they're like putting it out on the like social media for like everyone to see and comment on. I mean, yes, it doesn't mean you as a person, you have to take it upon
exactly,
yourself to comment. You know, if you don't
exactly,
like it, move on.
exactly. That's my thing. I'm one of those people who, if I see something on Twitter that I don't like, I scroll past it. If I really don't like it, or if I keep seeing it, I just mute the word, or I tell Twitter not to show me this person's tweets or whatever.
Wait, so how do you mute a word?
You just I think you go to settings and then you just click like muted words and then you can add words. Like I was doing it when Infinity War and all that stuff was coming out because I didn't want to get spoiled. So I had I didn't want to see any of the trailers because I wanted to go in with like a fresh mind. So I muted Avengers, Iron Man, Infinity War, all that, so it wouldn't even show up on my timeline. But
I've been watching Endgame so much recently, just like over and over.
I need to rewatch it. I haven't seen it since I've seen it twice, but I haven't seen it since it was in theaters. Such probably the best finale movie of all time. I probably could say.
I mean, I haven't seen that many movies. But I'm just thinking, and I saw like all the Marvel movies like in a very tight time
Mhm.
setting. But I can imagine for like someone who's like been following it like since 2008 and like waited year after year, like that must have been satisfying as hell. I mean, it was satisfying for me. And like I
Mhm.
at that when I first watched the movie, when I first watched Endgame, I hadn't even seen like half of
The
the movie leading up
MCU.
to it. It was very good. The one scene, I've been like fangirling about this so much. Um, the one scene at the end, like the beginnings of the battle scene when this can we
No,
talk
I've
about
seen it. We saw it together.
no, I know, but
Oh,
can we
spoiler alert.
yeah,
If you haven't seen Endgame, it's about to get spoiled. I doubt you have it by now. But if you have it and you don't want to get spoiled, uh,
20
I'll
seconds.
put a timestamp or something for when you can come back. But yeah.
Okay, but the scene, oh my gosh, the scene where it's Captain America and Tony and who else is there? And
Thor.
Thor, it was Thor, and they just got their asses kicked, and Cap, like his shield is broken, and then he gets up and he's like ready to like fight Thanos again, like by himself, like get his ass kicked, and like the entire fucking MCU just like rolls in, and the music is the soundtrack is phenomenal, and also the
So epic.
cinematography. But I love that scene. It always like gives me some form of
Goosebumps.
goosebumps. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bro, when we watched it, I just wish when we went, it wasn't. We had got better seats. That's the only thing I wish because we were sitting there on the front row, like looking like this.
Were we in the front row? I can't remember.
Yeah, we were in the very front row, looking up, and then the dude beside me smelled like hot dog and hot dog water the entire time, and the vent was like blowing all of his body odor over
Wait,
to me.
no, we weren't in the front row. We did have like bad seats. Sorry, but we were like super in the back. It wasn't your ideal seat. I remember this.
It wasn't super in the back though. It was
What?
definitely in that front row. We weren't like in the little slanted part. We was down on the floor. We might not have been the very front row, but we definitely was on the floor,
I'm
and where
confused.
we
I
had
saw
to.
it in theaters thrice because everyone wanted to see it.
Yeah, I saw it twice. I saw it once with you, and then when I went home, I saw it with my cousin.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely probably the best ending finale movie of all time because I
Yeah.
was watching because I saw the last Star Wars movie and I was like, if you compare that one, because that one is also wrapping up like decades worth of story and movies. And I'm like, you compare this ending to Endgame, it's just like it's no comparison. Endgame, I guess the reason why it's so good is because they took something that theoretically should be impossible, like for them to pull off, like for them to get all those people, all these different all these different what you call them, brands and labels, Spider-Man, all them, Thor, Guardians of the Galaxy, get all of them in and have all of them be integral parts of the story, and you still care about each and every person. Is not just like one person and then everybody else is branched out. Is like each person is their own main character, and then for them to be able to pull off your stories and plot twists and make you still feel have be on the edge of your seat and not know how it's going to end, like that. I don't think that'll ever happen again. Like, honestly, I don't think anything like that 10-year span the MCU had will ever happen again. Not even with this next little phase that they about to do. Cause
and like most of it is the cast too, right? Like they are truly carrying it. I mean the plot too, but like the cast. I really wish I had seen all the movies before I saw Endgame. Because I don't know if I told you, my family was watching all the Marvel movies like one day by day.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like even like that like 23-day span. Okay, side note, when we first started it, we were like 23 movies is so many movies. Like we're never gonna like be able to watch this. Like we'll be out of quarantine by then. 23 days later, still in quarantine. Finished the series. And like even that experience was like mind-blowing. So I can't imagine what it, and like I knew how it ended, so I can't imagine like what it must have been like to watch it like as a young kid and then like grow up with it and like had the anticipation like waiting for the next one. And then have this.
I'll never forget being like one of the biggest skeptics once I heard, because I remember hearing they was going to try doing the Avengers thing, like they was going to bring Captain America and Thor and Black Widow and stuff. I mean, back then that was before they were like household names. These were just like lame comic book heroes. Like Captain America was never a cool superhero. Like he was always just, all he had was a shield. That was it. But then the movies came out. Same thing with Iron Man. Iron Man was never all that dope.
Chris Evans is hot. Probably had a large part of it.
Yeah, it's all about casting. Chris Evans done been so many dang blasted superheroes. He was part of the Fantastic Four when that was a thing.
Wait, was he really?
He was the Human Torch. What, it was him,
RDJ.
Jessica Alba, and somebody else.
Yeah, their casting is everything. It was very good.
Yeah.
I just remembered. Sorry. Can you watch a video right now, or do you watch it later?
Can I watch a video right now?
Yeah.
What, you gonna share the screen or something?
Oh yeah. I mean, okay. I don't. Do you want me to do it, or do you want to do it? Because if I share my screen, then you're gonna hear the computer sound too. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can share it. What's the?
It's like the Tom Holland getting pranked interview. The first time I saw it, it sent me for a good like 20 minutes, like legit, just like laughing for 20 minutes. Maybe not straight, but I would remember it like every few seconds and like just geek. I don't know why it's so funny. It's so funny. It's just the part where the whole accent bit just completely.
He said, but I am British. What do you mean?
That was just very good. Very good. He was definitely getting annoyed at the end, but
yes.
Well deserved. Yes. Anyway, we agree. Marvel is great. Mm-hmm. I know you've been watching Ozark recently. I'm about to start.
Oh yes. I don't know why I've been putting it off for so long. Like Jason Bateman is probably one of my favorite actors. Everything he do just makes me laugh, even though he rarely ever like actually laughs. It's just like his dry, sad humor that he has that is just perfect.
How deep into it are you?
I just started the most recent season 3. So
okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm about to start season 1.
It's really good. It's really good.
That should be a doozy.
It's definitely.
I spent all last night binging a show, right?
Yeah. What show was that?
That was Never.
Oh yeah, the Never Have I Ever Jump.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you said it was interesting. What was so interesting about it?
Okay, well, being a South Asian woman myself, girl growing up, I don't know. It was interesting because I was just thinking, like, about the dynamics of like ABCDs themselves. You know what ABCDs are?
Mm-mm.
American Born Confused Daisies.
Hmm. I would not have guessed that's what it stood for, but okay.
Well, okay, so first I was watching it and I was like kind of, and it was Mindy Kaling's show, so I know like it had to be good, and I've heard like stuff about it, so I knew it was good. It felt like, and I was really like stuck on the fact that like I like couldn't relate all too much to the show. And then after I finished the show, I was like, but why am I thinking that? Because if it, like, I'm sure lots of white people watch shows about other white people and like never like are upset if they don't relate to the show. And
Mm-hmm.
that's because there's just so many shows about white people. So I
Yeah.
think there was just like a lot of pressure on like this one brown show to like relate to every brown girl out there. But like obviously that can't be done because it's only one show and it's one person's story. And that's why representation is important. So more stories about brown people can be told, and the show, like with even if it's with all its flaws, like opens up avenues to more brown people to do it. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was really interesting. It was like the way it was made because like the setting, like the vibe was like modern day. Like they were like using like modern day slang and like nuances and
Yeah, I was
whatnot.
about to say, isn't it like set in current times or whatever?
Yeah, but it was weird because all the stereotypes were like straight out of the 2000s. Like you could like predict every next move.
Oh,
Like there was like the jock and like the nerd and like
oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So like all the stereotypes and like the cliches were all very early 2000s, but it was modern day. So it felt like they were trying to like do too much, like appease like two different sets of audiences, but like miss the mark because I felt kind of like right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people related, which is good. And I know that like themes of growing up as a brown person, um, that's still prevalent across like multiple generations. Like
Mm-hmm.
even if I grew up in the 1990s or 2000s, like I it's still, I don't know. I'm blabbering. It was good. I enjoyed it. I did not regret the binge. I regret what time I watched it. But yeah. Although, did you know Andy Samberg is in it?
I did not. I knew Mindy Kaling was like the person who created it or whatever, but
Yeah.
I didn't know Andy Samberg was in it. Is he like
Yeah.
a main person or he just like in a couple?
No, he's a narrator. So the entire, do you know the
Oh,
premise of the show?
I saw like the little trailer that popped up. You know, when you open Netflix and they show you
Hmm.
whatever's new. Like I saw that it was basically just about a coming in. What it is like a sophomore in high school or something like that. And yeah, like you said, she's a brown
Yeah, it's
girl and
about
everything.
like the so it's about her, the main character, the sophomore, and then her cousin from and it's the main character like right like growing up like trying to like be American and Indian.
Mm-hmm.
And then her cousin who came from India to study, but like is expected to like lead like a traditional like Indian wife life. And
Mm-hmm.
then her mom, the main character's mom, who was like the most complex character because the characters were like super flawed and like the entire plot like story was kind of flawed, but that's okay because I feel like for every like, even though the execution may have not been the greatest, like I could see what Mindy and the writers were trying to do with it. Like there were some parts where they were like perpetuating like bad stereotypes. I know we're trying to be more progressive, and they were and like there was like the auntie culture. But
Oh, okay,
I
yeah.
could see like what the writer was trying to do. Anyway, and the mom's husband, the Davy, the main character's girl, what am I saying? Main character's dad and the mom's husband
Mm-hmm.
die. So they're just like dealing with that. And she's
Oh, okay.
what's like to come to terms with her grief, but like she doesn't acknowledge it that she has like PTSD. Um, yeah. But
Yeah, I think it might have been like Mindy Kaling like writing her experience growing up and then seeing if any other people might relate to it rather than like trying to actually make it a modern telling, because
I
I
think
I
it
mean
was
I
both.
yeah, I don't know if the kids nowadays even have like those stereotypes of jocks and nerds and
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was
yeah.
saying. But they were still like, so that's why it was like weird for me to like put those two together in my mind because like those
Mm,
stereotypes are like we don't even see shows like that are those that level anymore.
yeah.
Like we've like moved on. But yeah, I was reading about it, so I think part of it is like inspired by Mindy's own childhood and also like struggles of the Gen Z kids, I guess, and just
Hmm.
Daisy's in
Which is
general.
a
Yeah.
whole other thing. That would be one of the main reasons why I would want to be a teacher, is just to see like how this new generation is like doing school and social life and stuff, because the
Yeah.
way we did it growing up is completely different than how they doing it. Like they got so many other ways of staying connected, and I would like to think they're a lot more grounded than we were, because like you said, like it was the whole jocks and in like superficial uh things that determine your worth as a kid and everything. I'm sure there still are those type of stuff. I would hope it's not as prevalent as it was.
Actually, no, you're right. The more I think about it, like those stereotypes were there, and the characters did seem like one-dimensional at times, but they weren't. Like they were fleshed out, or I could like see where they were supposed to be fleshed out.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm ashamed to say, but my favorite episode was the one that Andy Samberg narrated, about the white kid.
Oh, I
Oh,
was about
and
to say no reason to
I
be
really
ashamed.
appreciated that because I hate that stereotype where like in movies where like the chic like um not chic meek like shy girl.
Mm-hmm.
I mixed up shy and meek. Shy meek girl
Mm-hmm.
has like the boy that she like likes, or like but he was too cool for her, and he's always like mean to her for like no reason, like just not even just like regular like teasing, just like straight up like a dick.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like one scene in the movie where we learn about like his dark past and like why he is the way he is, like he's abandoned, whatever. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And like suddenly all is forgiven. And the girl is like, I love you. You know, I hate that trope.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of did it, but in a much better way. Like the kid was never a dick to begin with. Like he was just like arrogant, like most high school boys are.
Mm-hmm.
And he did nice things, but like not all of a sudden, because he like realized like this girl is like worth being nice to. Like it was like he was always nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the way you should just watch it.
Yeah, they
The
played
evolution.
with the tropes, but didn't lean all the way into it. They kind of made it their own type of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also as a brown person, it was just like very fulfilling to see.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. Have
Yeah,
you
that
seen
was like
American Daisy?
ABCD. That what you said?
No, American Daisy. It's a movie.
Oh, American Daisy? No, I have not.
Okay, we should watch that too. We should remember we were gonna watch. You're gonna pick like 2 movies for me to watch, and I was gonna pick 2 Bollywood movies for you to watch.
Oh yes, I'm sure I still have a list. Have you seen Eternal Sunshine? No, not Eternal Sunshine. Uh, wait, it might be Eternal Sunshine on the Spotless Mind or something like that. I know it's
Yes, I think.
had.
I've definitely heard of the movie, and I'm sure I watched it because it was on. I know that it was distinctly on a list of movies that I was gonna watch, and I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure I went through the list.
it's on like Stars right now. My mom has like a
Ooh,
Star.
I have stars.
Okay, yeah. So
I got it to watch Home, Spider-Man Home, Far From Home.
oh yeah, I saw that it was on there. I was like, Great Day Stars, y'all got all the little movies on here quick. Like they already
Yeah,
got
do
the
you want it? I had it
Tarantino
for
movie on
3 months. It was only $5 for 3 months.
there. Yeah, I'm just using my mom's because my mom used it to watch that show Power. I could never get into it.
Mm,
John with 50 Cent. But yeah,
yeah.
it was a question I was gonna ask. Yes. Is that like one of your positive things that you're like it's keeping you sane during this quarantine time where you can't do anything? It's like just binging stuff was
Um, no. I feel like on like a personal level, I'm okay. I'm sane. You know, my family's here. We're safe. We're chilling.
mm-hmm.
We're safe. My lack of sanity and like anxiety about this entire situation is more so fueled from like worries about others and the world, and the lack of compassion that like we and our government depict on a daily basis, and despair about the people who need help not getting it. And it's easy to feel helpless. So I feel like, and I don't know how I'm dealing with that, but it's not the TV shows. If anything, the TV shows make it worse because then I'm like I'm not like doing enough to help the other people. But there's
That's,
not even anything I could
yeah, I'm
really
about
do
to say
right
that's
now
way too
besides.
much pressure to put on your lone shoulders to try
No,
and
it's not on my own self. It's just frustration
yeah,
at our system,
yeah. You could
and I feel
definitely
guilty for
highlight
like
it.
having like the mobility and agency. Like I was just telling about my friend who I talked to today, who is much worse off.
Mm.
Um, what? Sorry, my mind just got dark really quickly.
I mean,
we're back up.
hey, you can
We're back
get
up.
as
Yes,
dark.
this
We
is a
are
difficult
chilling
time.
on a pond, waiting for something to bite. You can you can get as dark or as bright as you want to.
Yeah. Well, yeah. This is scary times. I'm okay. Family's okay. The movies and shows have actually been helpful in the way that we like didn't really get to spend much time before. Um, but now we like try to watch a movie or show together every night, and we just hang out more. And it's nice having them here. Like my sister is making me work out and
Mm.
teaching me things, which is I don't know. It's good. I say that I want to like live alone because sometimes you do go a little crazy right now. Like during this time,
Mm-hmm.
we're all packed together. But I would be ultimately much worse off, I think, if I wasn't with my family.
Yeah.
I don't think I answered your question. I just went off on a tangent.
No, you just answered it. That was it. Basically, family is the most like positive thing that's been going on right now. It's just like that family time.
Yeah, because I think because we're all going through the same stuff, really. Like as people and like as a brown person and like people. So we're just all going through it together. We have many things in common, and of course, we're a
Mm-hmm.
family. We're a unit. So even though like we don't necessarily talk about it, like we're both like feeling like we're all like worried about like our family in Nepal.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's nice to like know and like us not being able to go home, to go to Nepal because of the lockdown,
yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
see my grandparents who are getting kind of sick, and we're worried about all the kids. Like we all like have the same worries, and even though we don't really talk about it, it's nice to like know that it's also in someone else's mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can like share that burden. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it feels like yeah. I'm gonna stop talking.
You just
We
have
should
that
do this
support.
another night where I confirm words. I'm
No,
so
you know.
sorry.
This is like you are coming off very coherent. It's all in your head right now. But no, yeah,
It's
I
always
definitely
all in my
understand what
head.
you're saying. It's all about having that support and
Yeah. How are
minded.
you? How are you doing?
I'm doing.
You have such like I'm always so impressed by like your attitude and your creativity, and just you being able to keep your shit together because I know things have been hard and you've had a rough couple of years.
I don't know about keeping stuff together at all. Like maybe if it is getting kept together, it's like what is it like scotch tape, like wrapping it around,
Yeah. Well,
reapplying it.
no, that's okay. But you're like so like resilient. Like you were going to work. I mean, you had to, but like you were going to work with like a good attitude, and like you're making a podcast right now, and you're always doing something or the other, which no one is obligated to do, like in
Mm-hmm.
times of crisis. But it's good that and you're a good human, and you got featured on an Instagram page.
Yeah,
Um,
that was dope. I was like, yo, they actually like they slid in my DMs, like,
what
hey,
do they say? I want to know.
it was like they said, hey, we saw your post. We're glad that you're staying positive or whatever. We was hoping that we was wondering if we had your permission to repost the picture, and then they asked me like if they could share, some things that have been helping me get through the quarantine and stuff. And so I was like, oh, of course. If y'all need somebody for a video too, one of these type of videos, go ahead and feel free to hit me up on Zoom and all that type of stuff.
What do they say to that?
I didn't actually say. I should have
Oh, you
said it, but I
should
didn't.
say it.
Because technically that's just their like apparel thing. That's not actually Jubilee. Like
Yeah.
it's a part of Jubilee, but that's not their wheelhouse. So but
I know I saw something, not on Jubilee, but on Cut the other day, like they were doing a virtual scavenger hunt, and I
yes.
went to go sign up to do it, but you still have to be a Washington resident, a Seattle. I'm not sure if it's Washington or Seattle, but you have to be one of the two residents.
Yeah, I saw the very first one with my girl Isla. It was Isla. It was the I forget the other dude's name. The one who works there, like he's from Hawaii and everything,
Mm,
and he got like the man bun.
yeah.
Day, that's his name.
What?
His name is Day.
Right. Yeah, there are 2 days. His brother.
Yeah, it was the shorter Day. He was there. Then it was the girl. I mean, not the girl. It was the guy bartender who uh he's like always like he's always very direct and sarcastic to people, and he like tries to play like quiet and stuff. It was he had that line where it was like,
is he an older person? Like an older?
no, he's young. He's the gay bartender guy.
Oh, is it Curtis?
Curtis, that's what his name. I don't know why I wanted to call him Frank, but Curtis, yes. But yeah, they were in it, and it was like the perfect first episode, because all of their personalities are hilarious. But ever since then, I haven't watched it because I don't know any of the other people. I don't want to just watch random people find stuff in their room.
I watched random people. I think it was like Three Sisters. Yeah. Three Sisters.
And I much rather see like
They
familiar
were really
faces do.
attractive, so
Hmm.
they were attractive.
I don't know. Not everybody they have on cut be attractive. Isla is definitely top tier.
No. They weren't on cut. They were just like random people.
Oh, they aren't. So they was just
That's
literally people
why
who
I was
filled
like
out
trying to
the
get on
application.
one of those, but that's where I found out you had to like be. I'm looking it up right now. Cut scavenger hunt, but like on their website, you still have to be when you go to sign up. You're only eligible if you're, I think, a Washington State student. Okay, why did it change? I looked up cut scavenger hunt and it went to cute scavenger hunt for girlfriend.
I don't know. Maybe Google is trying, help you out or something.
Yeah, it's called Three Sisters Play Live Scavenger Hunt Game Show. And the game show is called Get Stuff.
Yeah, Get Stuff. That's what it's called. It's definitely a dope idea. Like whoever is like the creative director over there at Cut, they know what they're doing. Like
Yeah.
they are definitely. I have been very impressed with like the YouTubers and stuff that I watch who are still able to make like content during all this, like by using Zoom or just finding a way to make it from their house and stuff like that, and still making it entertaining, if not more entertaining than it was before all of this. I'm like, that is just it goes to show that, to me, it goes to show like that this was meant to happen in this time. The fact that those type of things are popping up. I mean, not meant to happen, but like that there's a yin and yang to everything. Like you got this bad stuff going on around the world, but there's always some sort of light or positivity that can help you get through it.
I think, yeah, I think you just can make the best of every situation, which is, I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, and those
some things have
definitely
unexpectedly come out that are good.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people are pissed that John Krasinski suddenly got on the scene and he has like double the.
Oh, you're talking about with the YouTube thing?
The Some Good News channel. It's actually really good. I watched it. I spent about a part of 2 days ago watching his show, and it was really good.
I don't understand why people get upset. Like people get upset at like the late night shows having a YouTube channel and them getting millions of views. I'm like, that's not taken away from your demographic as a YouTuber. The people who watch those are people who are watching TV and or they get emailed this clip. It's like the older generation. Yeah, it's like the young people who you are trying to target don't watch TV, so they could care less about Jimmy Fallon and all them on they recommended and all that type stuff. Like,
well, I don't know anyone who's upset about that, but I know a lot of it's I'm not the biggest fan of celebrities in general. Like, just
I'm not the biggest fan of the pedestal we put celebrities on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think that's what people may have been going at with getting mad at. I don't know why you'd be mad at like late night news hosts though. They're just moving on to another platform.
It was because they, in their mind, they thinking because they get millions of views, it's views that they're taking away from their channel. When in actuality, they are two separate
Yeah.
communities and
Actually, I do see why you could be mad at them, like have beef with them, but not for that reason.
yeah,
That reason's just irrational.
yeah. Like it'd be different if it was like on Twitch per se. Like Twitch was pretty basic before Fortnite popped off. Like I think the most popular person on Twitch would, like individual person would get maybe 20,000, 30,000 people watching at live on a good night. And then Fortnite happened and everybody was playing Fortnite, and then Ninja happened and he was getting hundreds of thousands of people watching.
Wait,
that.
really? I thought Ninja happened before that. Like he was like part of the come up.
He was like I'm just talking about in terms of Twitch's popularity. Yeah, because he definitely was still streaming and stuff before Fortnite happened. He was like a pro player in other games before Fortnite, but Fortnite is where he really, blew up off of. But that's when a lot more people started getting Twitch and finding out about Twitch. And then he started getting celebrities. Then he had to stream with Drake, where he was playing with, arguably the biggest superstar on the planet right now, for playing video games online, something that most people didn't even think.
He was on The Masked Singer.
Oh yeah. I saw that. I was like, why? They just must be throwing anybody in the mask. Putting Ninja.
He's super popular.
I mean, yeah, he's definitely popular. He's definitely, I would say he's probably, you could say he's almost like the Michael Jordan of gaming. He's like the face of gaming for now.
Okay. Quick question. Sorry. You just reminded me of this. I was thinking of like white YouTuber men. Mr. Beast. Is he a gamer or is he just like a random ass YouTuber?
Mr. Beast is he I don't think he games, but what Mr. Beast does, and I've been trying to catch them little giveaways. But Mr. Beast is literally all he does is just give away money. Like he talks to charities and corporations and stuff and be like, hey, sponsor this video, give me this money to give away to people, and you'll make it all back, in the YouTube revenue from how many millions of views it's gonna get.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how he blew up from doing that by going into people's Twitch streams and just donating like $10,000 to just a random person who may have like 5 people watching, and then them like, whoa, like what so but yeah, that's literally all he does. It's just help people, give away money, give away prizes. Now I'm not sure if he does it for normal people anymore. What it seems like now is that he's doing it for other YouTubers, so I'm like, they don't necessarily need a chance to win $1 million or $250,000 doing a rock paper scissors tournament or something like that. I'm like,
no, that wasn't for
that was for COVID though, was it?
Yeah, so whatever YouTuber won could pick like a charity.
Oh, okay. But yeah, he had a thing where like they could win a car, or something like that. Which I'm like, okay, but
who was giving away a Tesla? Was that Dobrik?
Probably.
No, that was like a big thing. Like it rivaled the Instagram girl in the red swimsuit. Like that giveaway.
I remember that. That was so ridiculous. I was like, why is everybody posting this? It wasn't even that nice of a swimsuit that people, why everybody wanted it. I have no idea.
Just like, yeah, no, I have no idea either. I didn't even see that. I honestly, I saw like triple the amount of memes for the amount of posts I actually saw.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a decent amount of posts. Yeah, I don't know. One of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. We got to find the other 2. Well, we found 2. We got to find the other 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's trying to think something that's getting ready to come up. I don't know. It's so hard to think past this pandemic. Like right now, like my whole reality is in this pandemic. Like I like to believe that by the fall everything be back to normal, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt everything will be back open and there won't be caps on, uh, restaurants and public places and stuff. So it's hard to even think past that. And that's kind of like, I don't know, that's kind of like what's been making it tough for me because like I'm here by myself and I want to be by myself. Like I could have easily probably went home or gone home a couple times, but it's also like my people at home, they got, their family. Like my mom staying with my grandma, my dad, he got my stepmom and my sister and my granny. Then my brother, he got his wife and my nephew. So they all, they all good. They still go and see each other and everything. But I'm one of those people who I feel like I have it and am like asymptomatic. And so I don't want to go home and then mess around and spread it to, my family who would very well suffer if they got it because they already don't have good immune systems. I probably have the best immune system in my family. Like I rarely get sick. I rarely even get a cold. But every time I talk to my my family, they got either a stuffy nose or they coughing or something like that. So yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna just stay here. But
yeah, I no, I can't tell you that right now. I'll tell you later. I just want to talk about some work stuff. That would, yeah.
You don't want to leak nothing confidential on this job.
Well, it's not confidential. It's just not in the best taste, probably to share at the moment. But yeah, wait, let me do a pitch. We're doing COVID testing. My lab's doing COVID testing.
Oh yeah. Pitch the lab, yeah.
Have you? No, I'll ask you that question later too.
Okay.
Just cut this entire part out.
But do your pitch. What was you gonna say? Or are you saving that for later?
No, I was just saying. Sorry, I just deflated real quick. I was a balloon and I'm deflating. My lab, Resource Path in Sterling, Virginia. We're doing COVID testing. Get your people tested. We are doing. Do you know about my test? Can you talk about it? Because I don't know what to say right now.
I haven't.
Okay. So tests. We're doing tests.
Where can they get the test?
It's not the nasopharyngeal, the super long one that you like stick all the way up your nose that goes into your brain. We just do either you spit in a cup or it's a nasal swab. So you just
it's the non-invasive test, y'all. It's the non-invasive test.
Yeah. We have a website. It's pretty good.
Now, are y'all shipping these tests or do they have to be in the vicinity of the research?
We're doing both. So right now, we're really focused on like entire groups of at-risk populations, like the elderly and the immunocompromised. So right now we've been focusing on like assisted living facilities and nursing homes, but we also offer like direct to patient contact. So we can ship a kit to you, we can drop off a kit to you, we can get the kit from you, you can drop it off. We have a drop box outside of our office. But we're trying to work with everyone to get whoever wants to get tested. If you're on Medicaid or Medicare, it's free. We can charge, which is awesome. We're trying to get with other insurances right now. But if you just want it right now and you're willing to pay it out of pocket, it's $100, which is pretty good. I've been trying to let me know if you have like any other ideas on how to spread the word. I know we're on like a few maps, but I'm trying to get in touch with some journalists and just like newsletters around the area to let them know.
Have y'all talked to first responders? Yes and no.
What was your question?
I say, have y'all talked to first responders and told them about it? Okay.
Moving on. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So I was about to say, I know a couple first responders like in the Arlington area. She's technically not a first responder. She's like a volunteer first responder, but she's in that vicinity and she kind of has pulls. I was like,
we're just trying to get everyone who wants to get tested. And our test is really good. It's technically perfect. Like on a technical
perfect level. As it could be. Like it's not 100%, but it's scientifically.
No, I meant the validation is like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, yeah,
like analytically, it's perfect.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm not a bioscientist, but I still got that research background, from undergrad and everything. So
yeah.
I know
No,
the
I just want you
validity.
to think I was saying that like our tests, like our entire process is perfect. I'm just saying
Oh
like
yeah, no.
as like far as like the analyzing goes, or like if you're positive, like all of our positives that we've tested have been like hella positive. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's the test like shows that it's like there's like
It's
no like
significant.
yeah, our margin of error is very little. I think it's zero actually. Our margin of error is zero.
Mm-hmm.
So
Y'all heard it. Go get your tests. If you need a test and you got Medicare, it's free. They shipping. What's the
I forgot
website?
what
Y'all got a
that is.
website they can order from?
Yeah, it's called resourcepath.net.
Resourcepack.net. I'm gonna have it
Or they can text me or
right
email
here.
me.
Now you don't want to get doxxed. We're not gonna give your your phone and email on here.
No, that's okay. I mean, my boss is taking all the calls on her personal phone. We also have like a work office phone that works.
I don't know.
Sorry, I feel like I'm just like losing it.
No, you're fine. You're fine. We'll start wrapping it up with this question, which is bringing it all back to COVID, quarantine, all that. First, well, I guess my first question is, how has your romantic relationships been during this time? Are they non-existent? Are you breaking social distancing rules to try and keep it going, or what?
Oh, definitely not. And even if I wanted to, and I want to, there's no one here. All my friends and potential suitors have fled the area to go back to their respective homes. I did break the other day and download Tinder for like funsies, like
That's what they
not
always
to like
say.
meet up with anyone, just like funsies. And then I promptly deleted it like 20 minutes later. It was too much. Um, so yeah, pretty sad at the moment, but it had been that way for quite some time. So it's like nothing new, but
Mm-hmm.
still sad nonetheless.
Yeah, like I know me personally, like it has completely kept me from wanting to even think about being attracted to somebody because it's like there's nothing I can do. Like, I, well, I don't know if I should say this on here because somebody might be listening, they might get their feelings hurt. But like, well, matter of fact, no, okay, I gotta stop worrying about what other people think and whatever. But so I met this. Well, I didn't meet her, but I was talking to this girl from I think Tinder. I don't think it was Bumble. Talking to this girl from Tinder, and I'm like, after like having a little mini conversation with her, I was like, why am I even doing this? Like, why am I going through this whole getting to know you talking phase when I probably won't see you face to face for 6 months to a year, and then turns out she doesn't even live like in the area. For some reason, my Tinder, like even though I have it set to like a certain like 5 to 10 miles or whatever, it it's showing people from that's like 100 and something miles away, regardless. And I'm like, what is going on?
Oh, no, when I was re-downloading it, I saw that you can like change your location for free now.
I hate it. I hate it because
That's
I'm like,
probably it.
what's
It's
the
probably
point?
Tinder.
It's like why are you showing me something that I will never be able to obtain? Like, get this out of my options. But
I don't know, it's fun. I might, you know what, you've inspired me. I might download it again. It's just like nice to like
I didn't want to inspire you to do that. Tinder and Bumble are all evil in my book.
yeah, it's hard to find good, interesting people. Yeah, because it's fun to just like talk to people like for me like knowing that like nothing could possibly ever happen.
but
It's
see
the
that's
opposite for you, I'm sure. That's why you were just complaining about that, but I love that. It's like,
but see that's the thing. I feel
nothing
like
will ever
Tinder as a
happen. Like
girl.
I'll never have to meet you in person,
mm,
but I can still like talk to you and like flirt and like have a good time.
Tinder as an attractive girl and then Tinder as a dude are two completely different experiences. Is is it is draining as a dude to get on Tinder and swipe and possibly match with somebody, and then either you respond. I mean, you talk to them, and then y'all don't click, or you send a message, they don't respond, or something like that. But with girls, like y'all literally just have the pick of the crop. Like you swipe, and then you match with somebody. You know you can decide whether or not you want to meet up with them or
No, but
whatever.
listen to me, girl. Men tend to be pretty boring.
This is true.
Not so much. Like, I feel like if like you match with a girl, like it's guaranteed she's like somewhat interesting. That guarantee is a lot less, I feel like, the other way around.
For
So
sure.
yeah, there might be more men, like more chances of getting a match, but like it's just so mind numbing, and I don't want to like do that whole process.
Exactly.
My kink is friends that I've had for a long time that I like and respect as people, like male friends, who I can also like flirt with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, because I already know you,
Yeah.
and I know you're my friend, so like you're interesting. So I might just, you've inspired me to hit up a few of my friends.
Fellas,
I
if
don't
you are
want this on the
listening to
internet.
this, I'm sorry. I did not mean to inspire this turn of events. I let it be known I do not condone these types of
Darrell, I don't want this on the internet. I'm gonna get roasted.
no, you said it. You know how it's gonna happen.
The admission officers are gonna find this.
Oh my gosh. Admission officers. Ain't nobody, they ain't gonna get that deep. And by the time it does, I'll be 40, 50 episodes deep. They're not gonna go to the very first one.
Yeah, let me know what else you have planned. Let's do this some other time also when I am present
Yeah,
mentally.
for sure. I mean, we can
We
do
should have
another one.
themed ones. Oh my god, let me come up with themes for you. Let me be your brand like director.
Hey, I can use
You're the talent, and I'll be the puppet behind the strings. Or that doesn't make any sense. I'll be the master behind the strings.
okay.
That doesn't make sense either. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm so sorry.
I get you. Like I said, you are
Helpful.
coherent. But yeah, I don't know. For me, it's definitely been just like I have been very much like just chilling. Like I'm not trying to like I was trying to holler at a few people before this whole thing ended. I mean, this whole thing started. But it has quickly like diminished. And like I just this whole thing is just draining. Like I definitely, and then to think about the future, I'm
Yeah.
like, do I even want to go through that whole talking phase and getting to know somebody's phase and learning somebody's favorite color and their favorite
I was
foods?
thinking about you making a new friend.
Yeah, but it's also
There are a lot of things I want to say right now, but I'm not going to say because I don't want it on the internet. But we can have
say it. No, say it.
No.
If it's too crazy, I'll cut it out.
I've already embarrassed myself far too thoroughly.
You have not embarrassed yourself at all. This has been a very
I've like
coherent
myself, and that's bad enough.
conversation.
We'll talk about it later.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so.
But yeah, no. You should do whatever keeps you going.
Yeah, only thing that's been keeping me going lately is video games and TV shows.
Wait, hold on, I just had an idea. You should learn coding so you can make your own app to meet people.
But what would make it different from all the other apps that's already out there?
Like like in AI movies where like a hologram kind of pops up, like you can like see that person face to face. So like you'd have to do some advanced coding to make that happen. So like if I called you, like I could like see you like 3-dimensionally in a holograph form through the app, so you could like have a date without like needing have to date, like have a date.
Yeah,
that makes sense. And maybe even, I mean, the technology is just like not advanced enough at the moment in the world for us to do this. Honestly, it probably is. We just don't know about it. But maybe you could like even feel them. It would feel like just like skin. You could do a lot of things with that.
That would be. There is like technology now. Like I saw like for not social distance, but long distance couples or whatever, like they have like sex toys and stuff where it's like Bluetooth enabled and then like paired with each other. So if somebody does something on their end, it'll interact with the junk on the other person's end, and you could do it like that. So the technology is there. I don't have access to it, but
okay. Well, I heard about that too, but I was thinking
you were just thinking just simply just like being able to handshake or hug or something like that.
no, like you should be able to have sex too, like with a hologram.
I don't know how that would work.
It's like an episode of Black Mirror. Have you seen that episode?
Which would
the lady's husband or partner, boyfriend, whatever they
she
are.
get the cyborg or whatever?
Huh?
When she gets the cyborg made of them?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, but like I don't know. I'm sure the sex toys are out there too. But I was thinking about like they're like necklaces where you can like hear your partner's heartbeat.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Families or something.
And there's something there like there's like bracelets where if you like touch it, it'll vibrate on the other person's.
Yeah, I don't know how true all of this is. I'm gonna have to look it up.
No, I've seen like commercials and like seen.
Well, yeah, no, but I meant like sorry, I meant like I don't know how well they work.
Oh yeah,
but
I haven't seen somebody actually use it, but you know, as I was getting ready to enter into the realm of the long distance relationship, I had looked into all of that type stuff, but all of it was far too expensive, and so I was like, no.
You can be the new developer. It can be your new project.
That's not my technological wheelhouse. I'm a what you call it, a troubleshooter. I don't create technology. I just help.
So I could create it, and you could.
I'll help. I'll be the face of it if you want. I can definitely be the face. Yeah, you could definitely be the face as well.
You could be a beta tester.
That's what I want to do. I want to be a beta tester for like any technology. I just don't know how to get in on that. Like I'd love to just test stuff out and give people feedback. You know, positive feedback. You know, do us like get demos of stuff early, and then send them back and let them know what I think. Did you say something?
I just said yes. I agree.
Oh, okay. But yeah. Well, okay. One last question before I let you go to bed.
What time is it?
It's 11:30.
Okay.
It's 11:30 EST as we're recording this to break the fourth wall.
You and your widespread audience.
Yes, hopefully. Yeah, I want to be all time zones. I just want to see. But
wait, my mic just changed. Right?
Yeah, it definitely did.
Okay, I think we're back. We're back?
Yeah, I don't hear the fan, so okay. But my question was, one positive thing that happened to you this week. A high. We ended in each podcast with a high.
What day is it?
It is Thursday, so technically it's the end of the week. So between this Thursday and last Thursday, one positive thing. It can be anything. It can be small. It can be big.
No, I'm sure I've been having a lot of wins recently, which is
that's good. Share win.
Because I'm waiting for the simulation to crash around me. But I can't think of any of them right now. What happened this week? Okay, we submitted our FDA EUA application. I got a ton of new business for our lab, which is good. We're reaching out to a big, wide, like, breadth of people. Oh, and this weekend, what did you do this weekend? It was really nice. Like, I felt so good.
I stayed inside all weekend. What was I doing?
What are you talking?
I was doing assignments. I was doing my transcriptions for my recorded therapy sessions and stuff. I had to transcribe them, then I had to analyze them, that type of stuff. So I was doing that all Saturday. I went out a little bit on Sunday. Sunday I did a photo shoot with a friend for her birthday. I still have to edit those pictures. But yeah, that'd probably be my positive, was that I took those pictures and they turned out really good. I haven't edited them yet, but
Send them to me. I want to see them.
yeah, I can show. I can share this. Once I hit stop, I'll show it to you. But
oh, Cinco de Mayo! I totally forgot. You came by to drop off the mic, and as I got to see you, which was nice. And I made tacos from scratch. Well, we didn't make the meat. We made the tortillas and we made margaritas, and they were really good. And we hung out, the fam. Yeah, this past week was pretty okay. Yeah, some pretty low days, but I can't believe it's Thursday. Wow.
Is the time has lost its meaning since all this.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, that's all we needed was the positives. Yeah, like I said, it could be small, big. Mine was the photo shoot, finishing those transcriptions, and and I found this at the grocery store. I don't know if you can see it, but it's the Ritz Bits, and it's the peanut butter ones. I don't like the cheese ones. I only like the peanut butter ones. And I didn't know they came in a box this big.
No, you disgust me. The cheese. You're okay.
I'm not a big cheese guy. I've never been.
What's the difference between that and like the Nutter Butters?
Nutter Butters are like cookies. Like this is like crackers, like peanut butter crackers almost, but just smaller and bite size.
No, I've had those, but only the cheese ones. But I feel like the Nutter Butters are the same, like crackers, but with peanut butter.
The outside, the inside is like peanut butter icing, and then the outside is like an actual like cookie. This is like actual peanut butter, like regular peanut butter, and then like a regular cracker on top. So
I love peanut butter.
Me too. It's the best.
I'm gonna go eat some banana bread with. Ooh, happy accident the other day. I accidentally got peanut butter on sweet potatoes, and they were pretty good.
Peanut butter is one of those things that it's very few stuff that you would put it on that it wouldn't enhance it. Like, unless I feel bad for people with peanut allergies. Like, I'm like, I'm missing out, man. Peanut butter. My boy George Washington Carver. Hope you're doing good up there, man. We appreciate all your hard work.
We should. Sorry, topic change. We should sing karaoke some other time because this is like, I feel great with this.
We could. We very much could. There's I'm sure there's something on here. Well, not on Zoom, but some type of
like attachment game.
Web chat karaoke thing you can do. Yeah. But okay, that's it.
Thank you for having me.
Podcast right there.
Soon. This was fun. I'm definitely not going to listen to this because I'm just going to be embarrassed.
At least click on the link and so it'll say that you listen to it.
Okay, please hide my identity. I don't want people to know who I am.
And leave a rating or whatever on it.
Where are you putting this?
I found the app or service or whatever called Anchor that apparently like lets you upload like podcasts for free to all the platforms like iTunes, Spotify, all that. So I'm gonna do that.
Make sure you look at intellectual property rights. Like make sure you're not like signing away all your rights by doing this on there.
Yeah. If anything, if I can't get that working first, then I'm gonna just upload it to YouTube and do it like that, and then build off of that. Because it's just the first. This is the pilot. Really.
The pilot. We're honored. Sorry that I kind of.
No, this was amazing. This was exactly.
This is very long. Who's gonna listen to this?
Yeah, people have nothing but time these days. That's
okay. I want to be on another podcast where we talk about podcasts.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, because I have some ones that I truly love.
I've actually been getting into podcasts since this whole thing started too, so I can definitely have a conversation about podcasts for sure. That was the whole reason why I wanted to do this, because I've actually been starting to listen to it. I'm like, man, I would love to do this. Just sit and talk about different stuff with people and have people listen. Wait,
I want to start.
You want to start what?
I want to start one, low-key.
Hey, I'll be your first guest.
Okay. You can make that happen.
Mm-hmm. You would definitely have a popular jump.
I'm what?
I said you would definitely have a popular podcast or whatever. Just a following. Like you have a lot of people around the world. You're a world traveler. You got a lot of friends, a lot of contacts. You would definitely get a pretty decent, consistent listening audience.
I think I would just make it like for me though.
Yeah, that's really all I'm doing. Like, I'm not really trying to make it.
Like I wouldn't like share it.
Oh, you just would do basically just record phone calls with
Yeah.
people. I mean,
Yeah.
hey, that's cool too.
Because I feel like that takes a lot of pressure off people. Because I don't know, I feel like I always want to converse with people, but I never really have like a reason to, or like not reason, like a motivation to. Like I'm like I can always call them some other day.
Mm-hmm.
I always want to talk about topics, but I like forget to bring it up when we're actually talking. But if I like know like I want to do a podcast and I talk about this with them, like I'll like write it down. Like I'll have like a reason, like an incentive to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Actually, yeah, you've inspired me. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
I don't have
please
time,
do.
but I'll do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, guys, that's it. There ain't no
Thanks
post
for
show or nothing.
listening.
We gonna keep talking, but y'all gotta go. But thank y'all for coming. I mean, thank y'all for seeing, listening, all that type of stuff. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Social distance with masks, gloves. Love y'all. Peace.
Be healthy. Bye.